Okay, so let's go ahead and take a first-hand look at those snowy roads.
Yeah, so first let's get out to meteorologist Tracy Hinson. She has a closer look on the conditions from our Weather Impact Storm Tracker, which is always an up-close and personal view. Tracy, what are you seeing out there and where are you?
Alrighty, so I have a bit of a plan this morning, Travis, and it's to hit like the important things first. So I'm going to go by the hospitals. Right now we're by BJC, and things here are looking really good. You know, if you have to drive this morning, it might be to the hospital. So I wanted to check on these areas first. The road conditions look amazing. I've also been paying a particular eye on, you know, once you turn, your turning areas and your driveways, things like that. These also look very good around the BJC area. Now I will say the on-ramp was still kind of iced over. That's kind of to be expected here, but it wasn't bad. Like Kira, I didn't think it was too slippery. Did you find it slippery? No, she did not find it slippery. So so that's pretty good there. Even like as you look over into, this is the Children's Hospital entrance, even that area looks pretty good. So as we get through the rest of the morning here, my plan is to go, I'm going to check here, we're going to go by Missouri Baptist, we're going to go by Mercy. Now this could all change with if there's any breaking news that we need to head out to. I'm also going to go by the airport so we can check and see on how those conditions are for people. Now just because our roadway here looks really nice, it doesn't mean that it all is. This morning pretty good. I have a four-wheel drive pickup truck that I drive into work. Gary and I do have a bit of a drive before we make it in. And I only had issues on the on-ramps for the most part today where I could feel a little bit of slipping. Because I was out on the road pretty much by myself, believe it or not, at 2:30 in the morning, you're out there on the road by yourself. I did try hitting the brakes pretty hard a few times and I was stopping pretty good. I will say if I had a low-profile vehicle, that would be a bit of an issue in some areas because in some spots, and I'll show you just one of them here, in some spots, you know, as you make your way off to the side of the road, what you're going to find is a little bit of like a snow bank that you're going to have to get through. And that can be kind of tough if you have a lower profile car. So if you're maybe 4 inches of clearance to 5 inches of clearance, you might be more of a snow plow, and that can be really tough if your car is not all-wheel drive. But this is just around the BJC campus, so if anybody has a very important doctor's appointment today, I do think you're going to be okay. The key, of course, is to take it slow, and if you do have one of those lower profile cars or a rear-wheel drive car, especially one of those rear-wheel drive cars, getting up any sort of hill, even if it's not that big of a hill like the on and off ramps, could be a little bit of trouble out there. So we're going to go ahead and continue to track the road conditions this morning, which so far I'm giving us an A. We haven't gotten, into any areas that have been too difficult. There are definitely some big snow banks. You can't really tell where the lanes are, but if most people stay off the roads today and you have an emergency situation, a very important doctor's appointment that still remains on the schedule, it's looking pretty good. So live in the Storm Tracker, I'm Tracy Hinson, 5 on your side.
All right, thanks so much, Tracy. It is nice to hear that she said a grade A,
Absolutely.
right? And we do know just from the city, they have now doubled their fleet with contractors. So the next 24 to 48 hours, like Tracy has been mentioning, they're going to be out on the roads working. I think I saw 3 plows on the way in.
Yeah, they've been going in 12-hour shifts, and so,
Yeah.